Porn addiction is a huge problem in today's society. It destroys your confidence, it destroys your testosterone, it destroys how you view women and your ability to talk to women. Hopefully, you've already looked on the YouTube on how to quit the habit, but it just looks like nothing is working on you. And if you didn't look it up yet, I suggest you try to leave that habit. And in this video, I will give you the guide to just do that. But first, let's talk about the results of a porn addiction. The first and biggest thing is that your testosterone lessens. Think of your semen as your life energy. Every time that you do once, you're basically throwing your life energy away. And every time that you do it, you automatically also lower your testosterone by little amounts, a very little amount. For example, if you have a testosterone, average levels are 300 to 800, I think. If you have a testosterone level of 570, for example, every time you do it, it decreases, let's say, keep in your mind that it decreases around a half point or 1/3 of a testosterone point. So obviously it doesn't look like much, but it's actually a lot because it has a compound effect. Because if you keep on doing that once, twice a day, every single day, your testosterone will basically just drop. The second thing that it's causing is because that you have less testosterone, testosterone is something that is needed for muscle growth. It is the thing that's causing muscle growth. If you have less testosterone, you will automatically have less muscle growth if you are an athlete or training or going to the gym. So if you want to make more progress, one of the first things that you need to do is quit your porn addiction. The third thing is a bit nicheful, and that is that you get bad sleep. The thing with porn addiction is when you do that, your mind, your dopamine receptors are basically fried. Your mind is messed up, you can't focus on anything. And because of that, if you do it right before sleeping, your mind is a bit excited. And then you try to sleep, you will just have bad sleep. You will kind of stay anxious in your sleep. And when you wake up, you will not feel rested. And so that is something that you need to avoid. There's also the thing that because you always see those sexual things, you're starting to objectify women, maybe on the street, maybe at your school. You're trying to objectify them in your mind because you're always seeing them in a sexual way on the internet. That is why you're trying to objectify women. And that is also something that results in you not having a girlfriend. Obviously, if you want to try to focus, it's a bit different where your preferences are, but because of porn addiction, you're starting to objectify women. Something you should also know is that porn addiction isn't the issue. It's the side effect or symptom of an underlying bigger issue. Maybe if you're having a bad life and you're a bit lonely, that can cause bad results, bad symptoms like porn addiction, video games, objectifying. So remember, we aren't focused on fixing the issue, porn addiction. We're trying to remove the symptom of porn addiction. The deeper underlying issue is a bad mental state. As long as you have a bad mental state, it will be very, very difficult to quit porn addiction. Okay, so let's now talk about NOFAP. If you've tried to quit the habit of porn addiction, you've probably already looked on YouTube about how to quit. But many people say that NOFAP is the best way to quit. But the problem is, on the thumbnail, they always have a sexual thing, a sexual spike, and that makes you want to click on the video. And when you click on the video, it's basically always the same advice. Do this, do that, do this, do that. They aren't trying to help you. If they were trying to help you, they would not make the thumbnail something that is kind of tricky, something that is teasing you. They would just make it something plain, something easy. So if you see that someone has made a NoFap video and in the thumbnail they put OnlyFans model, don't click on that video because they aren't trying to help you. They are just teasing you, so you click on that video so they get more views. And they're basically just giving out the same advice every time. Next to that, there is another problem. NoFap is fake. It's a very popular thing, NoFap, the concept of NoFap. But the problem is, it's fake. And why is it fake? Well, because NoFap tries to cut it out in one go. For example, if you drink 2 or let's say 7 cups of coffee a day, and you're trying to quit drinking coffee, it's as if you're going from 7 to 0 the next day. And that is basically impossible because your body has a bit aligned itself to need the energy, to need the caffeine, to need the coffee, and you drink it at specific times. And next to that, this is a very, very stupid concept, but they have made a timetable in their mind. Just what the timetable basically consists is day 0, you've relapsed. Day 1, you're doing this. Day 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And day 7, you're getting a lot of drive, your libido rises. But if you wait till day 8, you will improve. At day 15, you'll get better sleep. At day 30, you will be able to talk to women again. But that is fake. Because if you think about it, if you not relapse for 30 days, and then you do relapse on day 30, that basically means that you're back at day 0 again. Basically, you lost all your progress by doing it once. And that is a stupid concept. Imagine telling a fat guy that if you go to the gym every single day, you will lose fat, you will build muscle, you'll do this, you'll do that. But if you miss one single day, you'll become fat again. Just keep that in mind because, in my opinion, it's a very, very stupid concept. Okay, so in my opinion, the best way to quit a corn addiction is to do it month by month, slowly but steadily. If you're doing it, let's say the first month, 5 times a day. The second month, try to do it 2 times a day. The third month, once. After that, do 20 times in a month. Then 10, 5, 2, 1, and eventually you'll stop. Don't try to go from 150 times in a month to 0 times because that's impossible. You'll just relapse every single time. Obviously, this looks like a very, very slow progress program, but you should keep in mind, if you do this, you'll maybe quit in like 6-7 months. But if you try to do NoFap, you'll keep on relapsing. So that's basically not impossible. You're basically training your body to go ahead and lessen its need for it. So if you're drinking, like I said, 7 or 8 cups of coffee a day, maybe the next month you're doing it to 6. The next you're dropping it to 5. The next you're dropping it to 3. Slowly but surely your body will adapt and you will find a way to resist the cravings and to actually quit this time. So keep in mind, NoFap is removing it at once. And less fap is lessening it month by month. And after you've started with less fap, you should find something to fill that time. If you've been fapping for 2 hours a day every single day, and you're lessening it from 2 hours to 1 hour 30 or 1 hour, so basically 2 sessions to 1 session, you should find something to fill that time. Because if you don't, you'll just go back and do it again. So if you've tried to quit it, some activities to fill that time with is going out into nature, learning something, reading, building something. Just do something with your time instead of basically wasting it. Because the moment you waste is the moment the cravings come back to you. And if the cravings come back to you, your chance of cracking starts to rise. And with that, I'll just close off this video by saying, if you liked the video, like and subscribe if you want. But if you didn't like the video, comment what I can do better next time. And if you want to see a video of 5 tiny habits that can give you much more progress than normal life, click on this video here, and I'll see you next time.